What's up guys, it's Joey. We're here at Divergence Physical Therapy with my physical therapist Cam. Today we're gonna be taking you guys behind the scenes of what my off-season body restoration, recovery, training looks like. This is about getting my body feeling good, moving well, moving as good as possible and prepared for the rigors of a season. So yeah, let's do it, let's dive in. Video one, technically two, but with you guys one. Head over to PT, go see my guy Cam. This is my third summer now with Cam. He's over at Divergence. It's more like body restoration, body recovery. And I go see him like 2 to 3 times a week all summer, every summer. And then I see a similar guy named Chris over at Alpine Physical Therapy in Seattle all season. So I'm doing it year round, just like on the grind basically, just to keep the body feeling good. I've always been like a big recovery guy. I think it's one of the most important parts of my training and my preparation, pre and post practice workouts. Like I'm leaving the gym right now, just got a good workout in, and then now heading over here. Like I think this is just as important as your traditional training and stuff. So everyone's kind of doing it in their own way. I think everyone has their own different like modality of how they like to do it. Some guys like to get a lot of massage, some guys like to see PTs, chiropractors, dry needling, acupuncture. I've tried everything. This for me is like probably the most effective way to like restore the movement of my body and restore proper movement patterns. Perfect. All right, let's do it. We're locked and loaded. It's my dad's Hummer. He's so pumped about that thing. He got the new Hummer. He's like, this thing's nasty. There he is. Look at this guy. You get the camera crew on you here. So let's make sure the form looks nice and good. 60 years old, just banging weights. That's Big Dac right there. This guy loves the camera more than I do. Cam, he's actually kind of hammering weights today. It's gonna be a 10-minute video of just my dad working out.
How does everything feel?
Pretty good.
Sweet.
Hips felt pretty good. I felt like I was moving pretty good.
My role in Joey's off season is restoration. He's training hard in a different gym. He's working hard on the ice. What I give him is basically trying to bring him back to baseline. So my goal is for him to just have all range of motion and movement options available, basically head to toe, knowing that he'll likely lose some during the course of training and during the course of the off season. Yeah, so he just has a lot of tone through the left side of his neck. So his suboccipitals, his scalenes, high upper trap levator, all that just gets a little stiff. So I love these manual techniques just to tone everything down so that when he goes to rotate, when he goes to laterally flex, there's just not that tension there. We do a lot of techniques where we utilize his breath work to get rid of tension and tone. So rather than me aggressively, digging in manually or stretching wise, I let Joey really downregulate his entire system. I'm gonna hold that right there. Easy breath in. There you go. It's like any good off-season program should have a big training component for sure, but then a big restoration component. So that's kind of the box that I fill with Mr. Daccord here.
Yeah, this is my favorite after a workout because like I just come in and I get really like relaxed and just that range of motion through my whole body just gets like kind of restored, and then we do exercises later that'll kind of build upon that new range of motion and teach my body how to move properly.
Joey's really got to be able to alternate and reciprocate with all of his movements in the net. So a lot of the exercises that we do and a lot of the manual techniques that we do are designed to give him that side-to-side access through his neck, through his shoulders and ribs, through his hips and pelvis, all the way down to his feet.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go alternating here. Easy breath in. Deep, long sigh. And I want him super relaxed, just melting into the table on this stuff. How'd that feel for you?
Great. The rib cage work is my favorite because I just feel like I get such like a benefit in my just my ability to like rotate upper body, and then my hips just like as soon as I get off the table after that, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
All we've done is a little bit of neck work, a little bit of trap work, and some rib cage work. And how much hip flexion extension, IR, ER did we just gain, you think?
Probably a good 10 to 15 degrees globally.
So I think that's like
without me touching his hips.
Yeah, that's my
lower body wise.
That's my biggest point. Like we didn't even touch my lower body.
Yeah, I mean this is a system and everything is connected.
Yeah.
So the more you can improve and regulate pressure higher than his hips and pelvis, the better his hips and pelvis are going to move.
That's why I like doing this stuff like after I skate, after I train, because then I like finish the day where my body's feeling really good.
How does that feel?
That feels fine. I got no restriction there.
Good. So if we look at this with a lot of goalies, they would probably really fight to even get into full hip extension, but then to actually drop into adduction. So dropping towards the table. And if you think about the butterfly, you're basically at end range, adduction, and internal rotation, and you're doing it repeatedly at high velocities.
Yep.
So if your hip doesn't have access to that, that's not going to feel very good. Let's go shoes on.
Okay.
Hips are moving well, shoulders are moving well, neck is moving well.
Got a brand new pair of Adrenalines. The new ones are sick. These are the 24s. I think they look nasty.
So these give you another inch or two.
Oh yeah, GTS, go-to support.
Let's go. So post table work, we just like to check in with Joey, see how his body feels, see how it's moving. Just basically gather some data points.
I mean, I feel like I'm moving pretty free right now.
You are.
I feel like my arms are moving freely. I don't have like any restriction in my hips.
So shoulders are going to be stacked, neck is relaxed. I want you to actively, I'm going to help you out here, pull this left thigh and knee up into the socket. Good. Gentle squish. And then from there, you are slowly rotating. Good. The only thing moving is really just that left leg. As is the case with a lot of really good athletes and people who are super strong, they have a tendency to just want to squeeze everything at all times. I have to constantly remind Joey to tone it down if the goal is range of motion, which is good because when he's on the ice, we want him to squeeze and be an athletic weapon out there. When he's not on the ice, we want him chill.
I can chill. Get me on the beach in Italy or a boat. Go. I'll be real chilled out.
How about when you're on the golf course?
Depends how
I feel
I'm
like
playing.
you're swinging
I
way
swing
too
so
hard.
I
swinging way too hard. Yeah.
I can't not swing 110% with the driver. Like I just can't not do it. Like I'm trying to hit it over the trees.
Go more of a reach. So long with that right arm, Joey.
Long here.
Yep. And then ready? Help you out.
Here.
Bingo. Good. You feel that left hip?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. A little bit more relaxed when you come up.
Yeah, that's my tendency to, that's how I do. I muscle through everything.
Hey man, you got the cameras on you, I get it, all right? So with this exercise, we're getting him to fully lateralize and shift into one hip, very similar to what he's gonna need to do on the ice. Starts fairly symmetrical, shifts into a completely asymmetrical stance. We want him to do that authentically, smoothly, little to no muscle tension, little to no feedback from the joint. He can just get in and out of that. And he'll even tell you stuff like this has really helped out his golf swing.
So the first summer that I came here for 6 weeks. I didn't play golf that whole time. The first time I played golf, I like couldn't swing anymore.
Yeah.
Because I had so much more like rotation just through here and like through my hips and through my torso that I had to relearn how to swing the golf club.
It's interesting because you had these reference points in your hips.
Yeah, I had like a point in my butterfly where like my hips would impinge and I would just be pelvis on bone basically, and I like couldn't butterfly any deeper or get like my butterfly any wider, and then I started doing this and I like had to relearn how to butterfly. Like when I would drop into my butterfly, I was dropping like too low because I couldn't get that far before.
Yeah.
Like I literally just couldn't get that deep.
That is such a good example of someone gaining access to more space.
Just space I've never had.
Soft knee bend.
Okay.
Big breath in. Good. Now you're gonna exhale, send the hips high, and actively push. Good, right there. Breathe in. Exhale, same thing. Let's hit 3 more just like that. So initially we did that alternating rib cage technique. This is essentially just an active version of that, where he's generating the rib cage pressure via his contact into the floor. So exercise selection wise, it's basically how do we use this range of motion that we either kept or gained a little bit more of on the table. So all of this stuff is designed around those principles.
I mean, for the longest time, like everyone just told me like glute bridges, band walks, clams, and like they have their place, but you just got to do them like in a really targeted way. And
yeah,
I think you also need to know like what your body needs. Like some people probably need that more than others.
Absolutely.
People that don't need it at all. I had 0 degrees of internal rotation.
Yeah.
Remember the first time you saw me? Like 0 degrees.
I do.
The fact that professional hockey goalie has 0 IR is crazy.
0 IR, and your hip flexion was, you were grinding to like 90.
Well, Mike, my strength coach in Coachella, who kind of introduced me to this whole way of thinking,
Yeah.
he was like, dude, I don't know how you butterfly. He's like, you're just muscling your way through everything.
Yeah.
He's like, it's honestly impressive that you're able to do this and not get injured because you're just muscling through everything, as opposed to like your body moving how it's supposed to.
While we have you on camera, can we get your fantasy football predictions for this upcoming year?
I just met Tyrone Tracy in New York, so.
Love it.
Giants running back.
He was nasty last year.
Yeah, he was gross. I'm gonna cheer for all the guys that I met in New York. Juwan Johnson, met Aaron Donald. He's obviously not playing anymore, but that was cool. I draft the same people every year. I guarantee you, I draft Mahomes way too early. I'm gonna take Derrick Henry. I draft Diggs every year. I draft the same players. If my team from last year was 6 years ago, I win the league by probably go undefeated.
That's a classic.
That's literally
if my whole
exactly
team
what I
hadn't gotten hurt last year, I would have won the league. So stay tall, let that cable pull the arm and the shoulder blade. Easy, relaxed inhale. Deep sigh on the exhale. Stay really vertical upper body.
This is my favorite one right now. I feel like I just get so much range of motion through my hips from this. Set up good here.
Stay relaxed with the abs.
Yep.
We're gonna come back a little bit taller. Perfect.
Okay.
Good, don't lose that front heel though. And then we're just gonna relax the neck. Good. I want Joey to feel really vertical and tall on this. A lot of weight through his front foot. And hopefully in that end range position, just purely muscular. So no hip pinch, no pain, nothing along those lines. Smooth.
So like if I would do this normally, like I would just be muscling through it. So to do it in a way where like my body's actually moving how it's supposed to and freely, like I get so much benefit from it. I have to constantly think about it. Like especially like it's easy when I'm in here because he's so good at noticing like when I'm like squeezing and like muscling my way through stuff. But when I'm doing all this stuff like on my own, like before games, before and after practice and stuff, like during the season, like it's a lot harder to just like, I'm constantly just reminding myself, hey, like relax, try not to muscle, try not to force your way through things. But that's like something that's really hard for me because like I've always been a guy that just like muscles my way through everything.
And there's definitely a time and place for that.
Yeah.
But I want you to have access to either end of that spectrum and everything in between.
You just get so much more range of motion, especially through my hips. Like I think most goalies will tell you that like biggest point of focus is always just around our hips because they take so much of a beating, so much pressure. Just like going in and out of the post, in and out of butterflies, even like the skating is pretty aggressive on our hips. So just kind of learning how to go through motion more freely. I always just felt like I was like forcing my body to do stuff, and now I feel like my body just lets me do it freely. It's honestly just really nice. There's a lot of misconceptions in like training.
We've talked a lot about that, yeah.
Yeah, a big reason why I wanted to show people like this training session was so that people could see there's another way to train out there. For me, like I've gotten so much benefit from this. I wish I could just tell every goalie to be doing stuff like this because it's so important, you know?
And this complements your higher intensity training.
The whole point of this is restoring the body, get it back to baseline, and then also teaching it how to move freely so that when I do get on the ice or I do get in the gym and I have to lift heavy weight or run really fast or do something really aggressive where I can't like just like relax and do something really slowly and breathe through it.
Will there be a video of you running a 40?
We've been having a lot of debate. We're trying to decide if I can run less than a 5-second 40. I've been slow my whole life. I don't know.
So before you go, just shift more weight on this front foot. Yep, right there. Get taller upper body wise. Perfect. Make that press out and down.
Exhale down?
Yep. Good. A little bit more of a reach with that right shoulder blade. There you go. Stay heavy on that front foot. Awesome. Similar to what we were talking about with your hips and pelvis, same exact concept. How can he alternate and reciprocate with his rib cage and then obviously his shoulder joint, but do so with little to no neck tension. He loves squeezing with his neck. With any rotational athlete, we want to see a rib cage that can move in all directions, but then a humerus and a scapula that can move on top of a rib cage and do so kind of like sequentially. So it's not just one big block all moving at once. There's all this relative motion between the three segments. He keeps going with a quick little flex. I see that. Yeah. In between sets. What do you feel muscle-wise?
I feel quad, I feel glute, I feel adductor.
Let's go. Sweet. Mission accomplished.
That's pretty much bang on, no?
I love it.
We gotta get you on skates, dude. What would you on skates look like? Would it be pretty or no?
I can tell you what it looks like.
Not good?
It looks disgusting. Yeah. If you saw me, Joey, you probably would have never texted me back again.
Hey, judgment-free zone. I just would have supported. I would have been instructing.
And be like, I don't know who that is. I don't know that guy.
Imagine. Yeah, I don't know him.
Good. Press out and down. Good. A little bit more of a hip tuck here. Good.
I really like these two exercises. No, I just feel like they're really like beneficial. Like I get a lot of range of motion in my hips there, and then this, like.
If you were a power lifter, this is not a great exercise. You're a goalie in hockey. You need to rotate. The goal is every session he walks out of here, he's feeling good. He's got range of motion available. He's ready to rip it, whether it's on the ice, on the golf course, on the tennis courts, in his fantasy football draft, whatever it is. He has all the range of motion available. Yeah. So this is how I want this to feel. Just 120 plus, no restriction, no tone. Hopefully no pinch on his end. That is definitely not how that looked the first time we met.
The first time I came in here, no.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it looked. When I laid on the table first to now, like I just feel so much more like down-regulated.
And especially with how much you prioritize the sleep, the other recovery stuff that you do on your own, like this is just you checking all your boxes. Typically he's ready to fall asleep at the end of the session.
Yeah, I can fall asleep right now.
Yeah. Crushed it. I gotta get the NHL channel on. It's always NFL.
Yeah, you do. You're just an NFL guy.
How do you feel about the 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers?
Irrelevant. Seahawks and Patriots, those are my squads.
If it's a Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl.
I just hope everyone has fun. I'll cheer for the refs.
Nice. Nice. Everyone has good sportsmanship. Everyone plays.
Yeah, everyone plays fair and clean.
Yeah. Fair, clean game.
Everyone stays healthy. All right, Cam. Appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
I'm gonna see you on Monday.
Yep. All right, guys. Recovery session done, body restored, feeling good. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to see, what you thought of the video. And yeah, we got some more fun stuff coming for you guys, so stay tuned.